Alright, we're going to find the relative extrema of h of x. And we go through our procedures. The first thing we do is find the derivative. By this time it should be getting pretty old. So 2 times 4 is 8. Right, to the third power plus 40x. Alright, then we're going to set this derivative equal to 0 because we're concerned about where the tangent line, the slope of the tangent lines are 0. We want to find these x values here. So we got, let's see, what do we want to do? How about we factor out a negative 8x? Let's do that. So I pull out a negative 8 and an x, and we'll be just left with x squared. And because I'm pulling a negative, that means that this sign is going to change. And that should be 5. And I've already pulled one x out, so we don't rewrite the x. Alright, so this thing has been factored now. And what we want to do is set both of our factors equal to 0. So 0 is equal to negative 8x. And we want to solve for x. So in this particular case, x is 0. And then this one over here, we bring 5 over here to the left, becomes positive 5, and then we have x squared. So to get rid of the square here, we got to square root both sides. And remember, when we do this, we have to write plus or minus. Alright, so we found our critical numbers. So now I'm going to draw a number line. Plot our critical numbers on the number line. So here's 0, negative square root of 5, and positive square root of 5. Now what I want to do is pick some points. And the question is what's a number to the left of the square root of 5? A nice integer. Well, it would help out if you knew what the square root of 5 was, or at least an approximation of it. Right? And so that's like 2.23 something or another. So how about we choose negative 3? All right. And since this is approximately 2.236, how about we choose negative 1 here, since negative 1 would be between negative square roots of 5 and 0. And then we know that this is 1, and then how about 3 over here? Okay, now we're going to take our test points and plug them into the derivative that's been factored, because remember, all we're concerned about is the sign. So I take a negative 3 and I plug it in. Now a negative 8 times a negative 3 is a positive number. Negative 3 squared is 9, and 9 minus 5 is a positive. So I'm going to indicate that with a plus sign. And therefore the graph must be increasing from negative infinity up to negative square root of 5. Now I'm going to take negative 1, plug it into the derivative. So negative 8 times negative 1 is positive. Negative 1 squared is 1, and 1 minus 5 is a negative number. So we end up having a positive number times a negative number. Therefore, it's negative. So this function is decreasing from negative square roots of 5 to 0. And then we plug 1 in. We have negative 8. Plug 1 in over here. And we have a negative. And a negative times a negative is positive. So it is increasing. Okay, and then we plug 3 in, so this is negative. So negative 8 times 3 is a negative number. And 3 squared is 9, and that's going to be a positive, and a negative times a positive is negative. So the function is decreasing from the square root of 5 to infinity. So we've got increasing, decreasing, and increasing. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to actually find the points on the graph. And I'm not going to work this thing completely out here for you. So you're just going to take a negative square root of 5 and plug it back into the original function, which, okay. So we had negative 2 times negative square roots of 5 to the 4th plus 20 negative square roots of 5 squared minus 18. Alright, I'll let you get that, and I'm just going to write this down right here. So at negative square roots of 5, comma, f of negative square roots of 5. So whatever this is going to be a max. Alright, a relative maximum. And then we plug 0 into the function. So f of 0, negative 2 times 0 to the 4th plus 20 times 0 squared minus 18. So that just becomes negative 18. And so this becomes 0, negative 18. As you can see, this is going to be a minimum. Alright, and then we have one more, and that is the square root of 5. So f of the square root of 5 is equal to negative 2 times the square root of 5 to the 4th plus 20 square roots of 5 minus 18. Alright, and I'll let you work that out. And so we have the square root of 5, comma, whatever f of the square root of 5 is goes right there. And so by looking at this, you can see then it is a maximum.